In the year 1396, on the banks of the Danube River, one of the most pivotal battles of the medieval world unfolded. It was a clash of empires, faiths, and ambitions, a moment where the fate of Europe and the Ottoman Empire hung in the balance. This is the story of the Battle of Nicopolis, a crusade that began with hope and ended in tragedy. The stage was set in the late 14th century. The Ottoman Turks, led by Sultan Bayezid I, were expanding their empire into the Balkans, threatening Christian Europe. In response, Pope Boniface IX called for a crusade, a holy war to push back the Ottoman advance. Knights and nobles from across Europe answered the call. French, Hungarian, German, and even English forces rallied under the banner of Christendom. The Crusader army was a formidable force, led by some of the most renowned knights of the age. Among them was John the Fearless, the young and ambitious Duke of Burgundy, and Sigismund of Luxembourg, the King of Hungary. They were confident, even arrogant, believing their chivalric prowess would guarantee victory. But they underestimated their enemy. On the other side stood Sultan Bayezid I, known as the Thunderbolt for his swift and decisive campaigns. Bayezid was a master strategist, and his army was a well-oiled machine, combining elite janissaries, skilled cavalry, and experienced archers. He was not just defending his empire, he was determined to crush the Crusaders and send a message to Europe. The Crusaders marched toward Nicopolis, a key Ottoman stronghold in modern-day Bulgaria. Along the way, they grew overconfident. They indulged in feasting and revelry, ignoring warnings from Sigismund about the disciplined and ruthless nature of their enemy. The Crusaders believed their sheer numbers and divine favor would carry the day. On September 25, 1396, the two armies met outside Nicopolis. The Crusaders, eager for glory, launched a reckless charge. At first, it seemed to work. They broke through the Ottoman front lines. But it was a trap. Bayezid had positioned his elite troops and cavalry on the flanks, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As the Crusaders pushed forward, they found themselves surrounded. The Ottoman cavalry closed in, cutting off their retreat. The battlefield turned into a slaughterhouse. Thousands of Crusaders were killed or captured. The overconfidence of the European knights had led to their downfall. King Sigismund managed to escape by boat, but many of his allies were not so lucky. John the Fearless was captured, along with hundreds of other nobles. The survivors were marched to the Ottoman capital, where they faced a grim fate. Many were executed, while others were ransomed back to Europe at a steep cost. The Battle of Nicopolis was a disaster for the Crusaders. It marked the end of the last major crusade of the Middle Ages and solidified Ottoman dominance in the Balkans. For Europe, it was a humiliating defeat, a stark reminder of the growing power of the Ottoman Empire. Yet, the Battle of Nicopolis is more than just a tale of defeat. It's a story of hubris, of the clash between two worlds, and of the consequences of underestimating your enemy. It reminds us that history is shaped not just by armies and empires, but by the decisions and mistakes of those who make them. Today, the fields of Nicopolis are quiet, but the echoes of that fateful battle still resonate. It was a turning point in history, a moment when the tides of power shifted, and the course of Europe and the Islamic world was forever changed. This is the legacy of the Battle of Nicopolis, a story of ambition, courage, and the high cost of war. If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What other battles or historical events would you like us to explore? Until next time, stay curious.